Welcome to NTN Nightly. I am Janelle Norville. This edition's top stories. Prime Minister the Honourable Alan Chastanet is set to present the 2020-2021 budget. Buckeye St. Lucia Terminal donates to the National Feeding Programme. And celebrating the progress of the OECS and its institutions. The government of St. Lucia continues to work on building a new and stronger St. Lucia, and Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Economic Growth, Job Creation, External Affairs and the Public Service, the Honourable Alan Chastanet, will continue to chart the way forward on the government's vision. The Prime Minister will table the Appropriation Bill 2020-2021 in Parliament on Tuesday, June 23, 2020 at 4 p.m. The Prime Minister's address under the theme, New Challenges, New Opportunities to Continue to Build a Stronger St. Lucia Together, follows the laying of the estimates of expenditure for the new financial year in the amount of $1.6 billion, Wednesday, 29th April 2020. Next Tuesday's budget address holds extreme importance for St. Lucia as it will set forth the policies and plans for achieving sustainable and inclusive growth, development over the medium term, focus in on key sectors and outline the plans for St. Lucia's economic recovery amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. The Prime Minister will also speak on achievements with public and private sector investments, major infrastructure development, re-engineering social services, social safety nets, and youth development. A key component of the Prime Minister's address will be achievements and plans for the healthcare sector and specific fiscal measures and revenue generation initiatives. The tabling of the Appropriation Bill 2020-2021 and the delivery of the Prime Minister's budget address will be carried live on cable TV via the National Television Network. Meantime, the Road Improvement and Maintenance Program Phase 4 continues to be rolled out. Contracts were officially signed for the Kako-Girard Roads Reconstruction Project and the Grass Road Reconstruction Project in Mico North on Thursday, 18th June. This paves the way for the commencement of physical works on the ground. Works on the section of Mondidor to Balata have ended, and now work will commence from Kako to Girard all the way through to Bocage. As stakeholders in St. Lucia's economy navigate the change and challenging environment brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic, many are devising new modes of doing business. Among them is events company St. Lucia. Anicia Antoine reports on the agency's first board meeting for the year.
The Events Company St. Lucia Board held its first meeting for the year 2020 to discuss multiple matters relating to the organization of events in St. Lucia going forward. The organization was created in 2017 with a mandate to coordinate and execute the production of national events and festivals, including the St. Lucia Summer Festival. The board, which consists of both public and private sector agencies, will be appointed for a period of 3 years and will be led by the newly appointed chairman, Daniel Belize.
This is an opportunity for Events St. Lucia because we have no other events, perhaps until October when we're looking at having Creole Heritage Month, to sit down and really strategize and plan for next year. This is a perfect opportunity for us to look at all of our events, and if I may, look to see whether or not we should continue having jazz in May. I'm not saying that we shouldn't, I'm just saying that we should have that discussion. Do we change it to a different month? Do we put Roots and Soul in May? Do we have another event, another festival? So this is an opportunity for us to sit down, get familiar with ourselves, understand the policies coming from central government so that we can then take those policies and drive our summer festival.
Senator Honorable Fortuna Belrose reaffirmed the government's commitment to ensuring the success of events in St. Lucia.
Of course, as you know, Events St. Lucia, the government of St. Lucia, when it took office in 2016, created this organization called Events St. Lucia to assist us in the delivery and production of events in St. Lucia. And of course, today the organization has done a tremendous amount of work. We are now in a new environment. We have reviewed our programming, and so we are now awaiting a final report from Events in Lucia with respect to the programming, for the next 3 years for St. Lucia. The government of St. Lucia is extremely committed to the events calendar and, of course, keeping our people engaged, providing opportunities through the creative sector, and, of course, building on the orange economy for our country. And so it was important for us to ensure that we have the right team of persons working, in that area to ensure that our events continue to grow and flourish in a way that our citizens would be happy and proud of the various events that are being put on.
The meeting took place at the Ministry of Tourism on Wednesday, June 18, 2020. From the Government Information Service, I am Anicia Antoine reporting.
The government of the Republic of China, Taiwan, has made another donation of PPE to our frontline workers. The donation includes 300,000 surgical face masks, 10,000 N95 masks, 4,000 isolation suits, 2,000 protective suits, 2 PCR machines with 720 tests, 450 portable handheld thermometers, 6 body temperature imagers, and 3 forehead thermometers with display screens. This week also saw donations from Buckeye St. Lucia Terminal. Representatives made the official handover of the company's pledge to the National COVID-19 Telethon. $62,500 was presented for the purchase of test kits and $33,781 for the National Feeding Program. Nancy Charles is the Director of Implementation in the Office of the Prime Minister.
As you would have been aware, we have thousands of families due to the COVID pandemic who has been displaced. Some persons are out of a job and they still have their responsibilities, the families, to feed the children. In some cases, you have households where you have both the mother and the father who are out of a job. And so the government of St. Lucia, as part of our social stabilization program, we started our feeding program. The first phase of the feeding program was the provision of a hot cooked meal to families. We were very pleased with the feedback and the outcome of that, but subsequent to this, seeing the need on the ground, we decided to go into a second phase of the feeding program where we now provide a food box that consists of locally grown produce. It has ground provisions, fruits and vegetables, and we also provide a protein, whether it be fish or chicken, to ensure that a family can be fed at least for the entire week. And so we are very grateful for this donation. It will go a long way towards ensuring that we can feed those needy families.
The Good Food Boxes initiative was launched on June 10 with the delivery of 770 food boxes. This week, 1,000 boxes will be reaching households. The Office of the Prime Minister is aiming to increase the number of food boxes per week to 1,500. Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, on Thursday, 18th June 2020, assumed the chairmanship of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States. The chairman noted that while the region is facing challenging times, it must continue to push through for the progress of its people and the development of member states.
There's also discussion to be had about food security. Or maybe I should say there needs to be urgent action on that issue. The time for talking about the issue has long passed. We have had this discussion for decades, especially anytime we face some challenge, only to put it on the back burner as the immediate threat subsides. The viability of our societies shall ultimately rest on the ability of our communities to deepen and widen the opportunities to feed ourselves. And this issue is not only just about production and distribution, but also about education. For our people must change their cultural attitude to the things we can grow and produce, and the things we should eat, which will have a health dividend down the road.
With the hurricane season forecast to become more severe every year, the chairman urged member states to channel efforts into mitigation and building resilience.
We also are deliberating at the start of another hurricane season. Forecasters predict that 2020 will be one of the more active ones. Over the years, we have done well in disaster management and coordination. These are areas, unfortunately, through our repeated experiences, we have become well practiced in it. It is clear, given our geographic location, that mitigation must not be approached merely as a policy goal, but as a developmental tool.
Chairman of the OECS, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, speaking at the 69th meeting of the OECS Authority as he embraced the mandate of chairmanship during what he described as a crucial juncture in history. And Thursday, 18th June, member states celebrated OECS Day, marking the 39th anniversary of the signing of the Treaty of Bastille. There are numerous achievements of the organization, including the OECS Economic Union, free movement, and more recently, the joint mission in Morocco and the addition of Guadeloupe as an associate member state. This year, to celebrate OECS, the Regional Integration Unit released a video series titled In a Minute. It provides citizens of the region with information on the OECS Commission and the institutions of the organization. Let's take a look at the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court.
The ECSC is a regional court serving 9 member states and territories in the OECS. The court's headquarters is located in Castries, St. Lucia. The court consists of 2 levels, the High Court, divisions of which can be found in every state, and the Court of Appeal, which travels to the states to hear appeals.
The foundational purpose of the court is to deliver justice in a fair, effective, and importantly, efficient manner. These are the key cornerstones of what the court's main objective is.
The ECS's ultimate responsibility is maintaining and preserving the rule of law while ensuring access to justice for all members of the public. Over the past 50 years, the ECSC has and continues to be served by many legal luminaries who have dispensed and continue to dispense justice fairly and impartially, and have developed the jurisprudence of the OECS.
As Chief Justice of this great supranational institution, I join in wishing each and every citizen and resident of this region a happy OECS Day, and that you enjoy the rest of the monthly celebrations as we reflect on the importance of our OECS union to our region and beyond.
To learn a bit more, visit our website at www.eccourts.org.
This is NTN Nightly. Up next, Primus Hutchinson with the NTN Nouvelle à Creole.
Coronavirus? I am worried, Gassa. It's only old people dying from that.
Hold up. Being young does not mean being safe. Yes, it's true that the elderly are at higher risk, but anyone can get the virus. The effect is even worse if you have a chronic condition like hypertension, heart disease, lung disease, and diabetes, or weakness in your immune system. If you are living with these conditions, be extra careful. Wash your hands with soap and water. Use hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol when hand washing is not possible. Avoid touching your face. Take steps to boost your immunity through proper nutrition, exercise, rest, and take your medication as prescribed. Limit being around people who have flu symptoms, even close family members.
Our health is in our hands. Together, through simple actions, we can stop the spread of coronavirus. This message was brought to you by the Bureau of Health Education of the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Welcome back. We join Primus Hutchinson for the NTN Nouvelle à Creole.
Merci, auteur général. Merci, madame département, qui a une responsabilité pour l'information en gouvernement cette-ci, à ce GIS et télévision nationale pays à NTN, qu'a posé nouvelle à Creole. Présentant Primus Hutchinson. Gouvernement cette-ci, qui a continué pour travailler pour bâtir cette-ci nouveau et plus fort. C'est la raison que le Premier ministre et le ministre des Affaires et Finances ont effort pour guider un meilleur chemin pour cette-ci, qui a établi les estimations des dépenses gouvernement pour l'année 2020 pour 2021. Ça c'est mardi, le 23 mois de juin, en cas Parlement commencé à 4 heures après-midi. Le Premier ministre Chasney a délivré adresse à la présentation en bas thème une location nouveau pour continuer à bâtir un cette-ci qui est plus fort en estimation des dépenses en budget gouvernement pour l'année 2020 pour 2021. C'est en hauteur de 1 697 millions 312 800 dollars. Ça c'était fait mercredi le 29 avril 2020. Adresse budget qui pour coup mardi semaine ici. C'est yon qui a apporté autant de significance pour cette ici comme il a embrassé tous ces weg et plans pour soutenir le développement et pour aussi fixer à ces divers secteurs et pour aussi exposer plan cette ici pour ressusciter l'économie pays à la maladie corona. Premier ministre là qui a aussi parlé concernant l'accomplissement des secteurs privés et publics, tous ces gros développements pour bâtir pays, pour bâtir services sociaux et pour développer les jeunesse. Il y a ces points qui apportent plus d'assistance en adresse Premier ministre là, c'est accomplissement et plan pour le secteur des services santé avec meilleure initiative pour vivre amasser l'argent pour payer ça là. Grand adresse des budgets hors Premier ministre là, qui paraît face en public à cette télévision NTN et aussi toute facilité télévision par câble. Ministère des Affaires touristiques, en collaboration avec le ministère de la Santé, a conduit en consultation et puis toute agence qui est engagée de transportation en secteur touristique, celle-ci, ça veut dire yo qui a service taxi, bateau et l'autre. La réalisation, grande significance et valeur, c'est l'agence là en secteur touristique là, des ministères ont mené ensemble pour défricher pour eux ces règles qui sont très nécessaires comme pays à préparer pour vivre ouvert secteur touristique petit à petit. Pour raison ça là, ce ministère a organisé et présenté un annoncement de services publics qui a défiché tout protocole pour les chauffeurs taxi et l'autre service de transportation touristique pour abattre la maladie corona. Tout chauffeur taxi, nous pouvons porter masse à Fijayo, et aussi nous pouvons porter à bord l'auto, un document public qui a montré toutes ces règles qui sont depuis à sous-travail. Pièce sous la main, c'est seulement servi coup de bois, et bien sous la tête, pour y en a l'autre. Vous ni pour présenter sanitizer, n'importe les un touriste à bord, et bien c'est touriste à bord bateau là, c'est un bateau taxi. C'est fort yo placer yo barwad de glace comme une protection entre yo et touristes à sous l'autotaxi ça là. Et ça c'est un obligement. Chauffeur l'autotaxi ni pour service sanitizer ni avant et après yo ni contact et puis yo touriste. Ce ministère a encouragé pour la plus échange électronique en paiement parce que c'est village content. Tout touriste supposé tienne pied yo à sous pied à bord de l'auto et servir masse à suffisant yo. Tout dans le voyage là. Tout chauffeur l'auto, taxi et l'autre service des touristiques, quand ils poursuivent étrangement organisé par le ministère des touristique et le ministère de la Santé. Pour ça là, tous les deux ministères qui continuent pour travailler et puis c'est l'agence de transportation touristique pour faire assurer qu'ils conduisent le travail sans descendre pour savoir battre effectivement contre la maladie corona. Chef police ici, Milton Desi, qui a fait la comprendre que pour à présent la même marée, il passe à bail pièce permission pour le public la chaîne protestation. Chef police là, ça c'est chef police Desi, avoué que tout le gouvernement parti loi de secours qui est en place à sous barrade pour protestation publique, la pas rien li que chef police ça fait pour chercher ça alors public là, quand il pour payer juste la loi ça là, lui et ça c'est l'air ça là, il y a ça ni fait une application encore pour une protestation.
Ouais, moun hani tout. Yo ni tout bagay pour dire, chaque bagay pour dire, c'est parce que Premier ministre a dit moi pas bay pouvoir parce que tel monde dit pas bay pouvoir nous ka coûter police ka non c'est pas ça, c'est ça nous ça fait et ça nous pas ça fait. Et puis depuis moi ka dit encore depuis moun nan pas ni permission pour ni pièce activité qui est en proteste, qui est parti de pour pas ni permission nous caillou boutle.
Et ça c'est côté nous à bout. Nouvelle là messieurs mesdames, je vous remercie autant pour regarder. Je vous une invitation pour je plus encore si de conserver la vie les présenter l'autre nouvelle à Créole. Je vous souhaite tout le monde un bon finissement de semaine et tous les papas qui a une obligation comme papa, ni à ici et si à l'autre pays, tout le monde souhaite toute la bonne fête papa. Et c'est pour ça notre nouvelle là, comme on a messieurs, Maka vie posa to Chanel.
Merci Appel Primus. That brings us to the end of NTN Nightly. Join us next time at 7 p.m. with a repeat at 7 p.m. You can also catch up with us anytime on the St. Lucia Government Facebook page or YouTube channel. I am Janelle Norville.